us?
Cause we know the Vibras. Welcome back to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. I'm the one and only Juan the Don, and as always, I'm accompanied by Michael Carrasco. We are back,
What up?
and football season is back officially.
Yes, sir.
This is my favorite time of the year. I'm a big football guy. Michael's slowly been getting into football as well. Hence fantasy football. Fantasy football is a toxic environment.
Listen,
Because
man.
it's a tricky thing because you root for your team, but then again, when you have a player going against your team, it's kind of like
Right.
sweet. It's kind of like it's
That bittersweet
bittersweet.
feeling,
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
especially if the other team is doing good and you're getting the fantasy points, but your
Yeah,
team is losing. So you're like,
yeah,
it hurts seeing my team lose, but I gotta win this fantasy league.
right. Nah, but man, like I said, the football season is back. This is a great time. You get every Sunday is kind of like Thursday, Sunday, Monday are like
Sunday,
sacred. I mean,
Monday.
also then Saturday for college football. But
Correct.
this is a great time, and had an eventful, week of football. Very eventful week of football.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good games, a lot of great games. Everything opened up in Brazil. The Eagles and the Packers. Very controversial
Right.
because Brazil was going through a lot of riots and
Mm-hmm.
like problems with politics, and the NFL still managed to put a game on out there, which was I applaud them. But then again, it's kind of like,
Right.
wait, you
100%.
put the players at risk.
Right. Fair
You know
point.
what I mean? So, but there was a lot of controversy, not only with that, but also with the field itself. Players were slipping. You seen a ton
Mm-hmm.
of injuries. Jordan Love had a very bad knee
Nasty
injury.
injury, yeah.
And that's a part of the game, unfortunately, man. But yeah, an eventful week of football. A lot of surprising things, but it's a new season. Open the season off as well on Sunday with a
Right.
arrest.
Oh yeah, man. Crazy,
Free
right?
cheetah. Touch on that real quick, man.
Yeah, man. So on the way to the stadium, uh, the boy Tyreek Hill got put over and detained on his apparently supposedly is for speeding.
Yeah,
Um, which I get it. You speed. You're gonna get put over. That type of thing. But it's just I feel like the controversy is more around the way the whole situation was handled, um, maybe from both parties, but
yeah.
mainly by
Abuse of
police
power.
officers.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, yeah, it was very controversial. I mean, I understand both sides of the story, like whoever supports
Right.
the police and whoever supports Tyreek Hill, because
Hmm.
obviously, like they said, it was pulled over due to speeding. But
Right.
when they came up to the dash cam footage is everywhere, or the
Oh
body
yeah.
cam footage. I'm sorry. Um, and you see when the officer comes up to Tyreek Hill and asks him for his stuff, and Tyreek Hill gives it to him, but then also puts his window up, and the cop is telling him to put
Rolled
the
it
window
down.
down, and he's like,
Right.
I already gave you my stuff. I don't need to roll my window down. Long story short,
Right.
he eventually proceeds to put the window down a little bit, and the cop just tells him he's gonna take him out of there, and it just got really tense. And this is one of those things I was talking to you about earlier. It
Hmm.
just seems like not only cops, well, cops or any FBI, whatever. I feel like whenever they get the
Law
chance,
enforcement.
law enforcement tries to make an example, or tries to set an example. They do it with big figures. It could be
Right.
athletes, it could be content creators, any celebrity. And this
Influencers,
is one of
celebrities.
those
Yeah.
things where they obviously know who Tyreek Hill is. They even said it in the
100%.
video.
Yeah.
That's Tyreek Hill. And then
Hmm.
they're outside of the stadium at that. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
you seen his other teammates, John Smith, along with Calais Campbell, defending him, and also
Hmm.
got detained riding with a boy. You know what I mean? That was the cool to
Right.
see.
Right.
Not cool to see, but like cool to see the
Like, yeah.
loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
you're not alone type of thing. But
Right.
it's just
Right.
it's just I think it's messed up that when it's the athlete, when it's a celebrity, all of the above, they try to make a statement
Facts, facts. Now I
You know
agree
what I
with
mean?
that statement. Yeah, yeah, and just for those who watch the video, you can see like certain things weren't necessary from the police officer.
Exactly.
I get the whole rolling up the window, and if you can see in the video, the window wasn't rolled up all the way.
Yeah.
He left it enough, but like you said, cops sometimes like making an example of a public figure. And if you read the law, there's no law that says that you're not allowed to roll your window up
Mhm.
while during a stop. I get it, maybe for safety reason. He has blacked out tint, but at the same time, you gotta think about who the person is, right?
Yeah. I didn't like the force that they used against him.
Facts, especially when
Especially
when
his knee, right?
exactly, because that one cub, he literally told the cub, he's like, "Hey, I'm getting down. I literally had surgery not too long ago.
They
Uh,
pushed him down.
I just gotta take my time with it," type of
Yeah,
thing.
and they pushed him down. He's like, "Ah, my knee, just got surgery," and they pushed him down. They were like, "Tell us something we don't like." They made it seem as if it was not truthful. Like
Right,
I
right.
just think it was a crazy scene, and I just think it's something that they could do better. And one of them had got administrative leave, I believe. And
Hmm.
then Tyreek Hill recently said he wants the main guy fired because they were asking, like, I
Right.
think they're gonna allow him to, because he's suing obviously, but to see in what sense he
Right.
wants to go about it. But that was a way to start off, the
Way to
football season.
start, man.
And also, you see that he
Right.
got a touchdown and he celebrated with the handcuff,
With
like he was getting locked
getting
up. We need
handcuffed.
to put
Yeah.
that picture up. But also, other than that, um, fast forward into the following week now. Uh,
Mhm.
Unfortunately, Tua Tagovailoa suffered a very bad concussion. I believe this is his second or third severe concussion already in the NFL. And
Mhm.
a lot of people had said that he should look into retirement. He's still
Right.
relatively young, mid late 20s, mid early,
Right.
I don't know,
Right.
it's like mid 20s. And
Mid 20s. Yeah.
they're saying that he should consider retirement. He already made some sort of money, his rookie contract. And they're saying that, football, goes away, but your life is something that's more
It's more
valuable.
important.
So
Correct.
that's the topic that I feel like we should touch on. And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
do you think, I don't think I think he's only been in NFL for like 4 or 5 years. You think he should
4 or 5 years.
consider retirement, or you think he should continue to chase his dreams?
I mean, the main in this case, I would say the main thing that we want to avoid is CTE, right?
Yeah.
Which is due to having way too many concussions.
He's
Thankfully, like
26.
he's 26, so yeah, man, he's the same age as me, and that
Mhm.
crazy. Um, but if you think about it, man, like the helmet technology has come so far where back in the days people were getting concussions on a weekly basis just
Yeah.
due not to having enough padding in the helmets.
Mhm.
But I would say it's something that you definitely have to be careful
And
with.
yeah, well, he went about putting on more weight in this off season, and
Hmm.
to be able to take some of these hits. And it's
Right.
actually kind of coincidental that the person that made the hit, I don't know if you're familiar, was Damar Hamlin, who was who shocked the whole sports world with his
Hmm.
injury on the field as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Last year with his what was it, rule of cardiac
Cardiac
arrest
arrest, yeah,
on the field. I mean, glad to see him, back on the field
yeah.
doing his thing. But yeah, no, you're right. That's what a coincidence that happened.
Yeah, it was
Actually,
very coincidental. And they were saying that so there's a thing where now the NFL has been trying to, make the game safer. Obviously every year they try to make the game
right.
safer one way or another. And I don't know if you've seen the Guardian caps. I remember when I was in college, we used to wear these Guardian caps to protect our heads. It was like a big
Hmm.
padding. You could place a photo
Right.
for those who may not be familiar. And the NFL passed the rule, I guess if you want to call it, where you could now wear these in game, and they kind of paint them or make them look like they're the helmet. It's just
Hmm.
obviously bigger. You also seen this in baseball where pitchers have
Right.
had like they've tried to make safer pitchers
Make
with
it
their with
safer, yeah.
exactly, and they put like a big hat. It was kind of goofy
Mhm.
looking. It never really went anywhere. They tried it in spring training, but it didn't get out of that. But the NFL has definitely been trying to make the game safer. And this is one of those things where everybody always jokes around, oh, this is going to be flag football in a couple years, but
Mhm.
honestly, we
They're
have to
making it
look at it like
soft, this and that.
at the end of the day, these players, like, you got to protect them. And if it's something as little as, wearing a cap like on top of your helmet to
Mhm.
protect you, like if Tua would have wore that, only God knows how, he would have
Right.
been today. He would have been probably saved. Not that he's not, but it's just he's been those injuries he faces are, man, they're bad to watch because you just see him down in pain and his body's like he can't control it, just like twitching. It's just kind of
Correct, correct.
praise it to him, man, and the Tagovailoa family, Tagovailoa. Um,
100%,
but yeah,
100%.
but
No,
before well, let's get some predictions, man. Some Super Bowl predictions this year,
Super Bowl predictions.
and in the comments, let us know your Super Bowl predictions as well.
Although we my team did not get to a great start. Let's put it that way. I mean, if y'all saw the game, the refereeing wasn't completely fair on both sides, but we'll leave it as that. I get it. I get it. Every year they always try to protect the previous season Super Bowl winner. I get it. I get it. But you got to make it fair. But yeah, I think I would like to see a Super Bowl rematch. Or even I see the Ravens going far into the playoff. Uh, Pretty good team. We made some changes. Um, Although our main tight end is not fully healthy, but we got say likely. He's likely to get a couple touchdown. He's likely to get a couple touches. Uh, I used I used I used to want to see Lamar Jackson, actually putting it together this year. Just last year, great run. I do want to see get into the conference finals against Kansas City Chiefs and actually beating them. But I would say, man, I would say Ravens against not too sure, man. Not too sure. Because honestly, it's only the first week. I can't really make a prediction just yet, but I just say I'm rooting for Ravens to go all the way.
Or just say you don't know NFC teams, man.
I just don't know who to pick. I
All
just don't
right.
know who to pick. But
Well,
next week I'll have a better, maybe third week I'll have a better prediction. Like that's the reason why I did not do any sports bet. But we'll get to that later.
um, so I'm definitely, well, for those who don't know, the Super Bowl this year is going to be in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm a
Hmm.
biased, diehard Saints fan. I would love to see the Saints be the first team. I think they said the first team ever to be at their home stadium, but also win it if they did.
Right.
So I want the Saints to make it happen and go against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Let's
Yeah.
see if that happens. But also, there's a lot of controversy going on with the Super Bowl this year, considering that they gave the nod to Kendrick Lamar over Lil
Hmm.
Wayne,
Wow. Right.
hometown guy in New Orleans. And Lil Wayne
Right.
recently did an interview saying that he was heard about that because he was
Hmm.
planning on bringing the team, the whole OG squad out to
Right.
New Orleans in the Super Bowl. He would have did, how Dr. Dre did his thing.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I could see Lil
Bro,
Wayne doing
everybody
something with
out.
Drake, Nicki Minaj, all of them.
Right.
Tiger, that would have been crazy.
I mean,
Young
if you
Money.
ask me, that would have been the logical choice to go with, his hometown. It just made sense.
Well, it just
It just
to
made
me
sense.
personally, I mean, I'm not. I know the Kendrick stands are gonna come after me, but me when I think Super Bowl like halftime performance, it has to be something like a person that performs like an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick's
Right.
a rapper, but like I just don't see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see whenever it comes to the
And
day.
the
But
other thing that we can bring up is
like, he's not
that
a showman in my opinion.
Lil Wayne is a legend.
Yeah,
It just for me, if I had the choice to pick, or if I was the one picking, I would have picked Lil Wayne 100%.
or Drake.
I don't know about the only time I would say it's appropriate, man. But Toronto doesn't have a football team, right? No.
No,
Yeah, so
Canada,
it would have
Canadian
made.
football.
Yeah, yeah, right. I mean, that could be an option, but I don't think if they did it in Houston, it could possibly make sense. But then again, if they did it in Houston, you might as well do Beyonce.
Mm, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's been it's always controversial who they choose. I feel like either there's people gonna be happy or
Hmm.
people not gonna be happy.
Right.
But who would you say was the best all time performance, Super Bowl performance? Let us know in the comments as well your favorite all time.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with MJ for me. Michael Jackson was nasty.
Okay.
I mean, I was
Okay.
young, but
Okay.
I've seen it. You know, I've seen it now.
Right. Right.
Like
I
watched it.
wasn't. If I'm being honest, back then I did not know anything about football.
Yeah.
uh,
But even
I would
recent, Bruno
say
Mars, The Weeknd. Was it Bruno Mars or
I
The Weeknd?
mean, the
I'm confused. Was Bruno Mars
Bruno
there?
Mars, Bruno
He
Mars,
did
yeah,
it.
Bruno Mars was a good performance. I feel like it was iconic. When they had J Lo,
Oh yeah, he did do the Super Bowl.
Shakira.
Oh yeah, that was nasty.
That I feel that would probably be my best. I would
Jalen
say
Shakir could they
top
brought out
performer.
Bad Bunny.
And correct, correct.
Yeah, they brought out Bad Bunny.
Super controversial halftime Super Bowl performance,
Yeah, because they were speaking
but
Spanish, singing Spanish.
exactly. But
I wonder if they would
I feel
ever
like that
let
was
Bad
good.
Bunny headline one. That would be
I
crazy.
mean, he's popular. He's popular in pretty much almost every culture. So I wouldn't be opposed to seeing him
Hmm.
doing one, but it will have to be in a I would say if it's in a city that's dominated with or more if you're looking at the demographic, it has to be heavily influenced by Latinos.
Mm, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Nah, but shying away from football, um, there's been a very well controversial in Latin America, at least to say the least.
Hmm.
A big YouTuber by the name of Luisito Comunica, a very big YouTuber out of Mexico with roughly over 40 million subscribers, recently
Yikes.
got arrested or handcuffed or detained, whatever you want to call it, in Dominican Republic while recording in the metro. Uh,
Hmm.
I did not know the metro had its rules and regulations. And this goes
Hmm.
back to what I said earlier, where I feel like they try, especially DR, whenever they could take
Right, right.
advantage and make an example out of an artist or baseball player, or in this case
Public
a
figure.
YouTuber, um, they will. And they arrested him, and but he said he put out a statement later on saying that everyone's blowing it out of proportion, that he
Hmm.
loves the DR, and he loves, I said the DR, wow, he loves DR, and he loves no, because they said, I said how he says it, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Nah, but anyways, he said he loved it, and how the metro system is pretty advanced for Latin America over there
Hmm.
in DR, and basically how renovated it is, and he respects it. He just didn't know the rules.
Right, right.
Um, but
And
I think
I feel
yeah.
no. Go ahead.
No, you go.
No, I was gonna say, and I feel like as a content creator, we run into that risk of like because
Yeah.
sometimes the rules are not public or published anywhere, or it's
Mhm.
not like on a sign where it says, "Hey, you're not allowed to
Exactly.
record here,"
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you need special permission to record here. And it's I would say when it comes to creating content, there's a lot of I would say gray areas that or a lot of rules that not everybody, knows about because they're not properly communicated. And I feel
Yeah,
like this
well,
is one of those things that where it could have been that where probably what you said misunderstanding. And like you said, sometimes when you are like somebody that's well known, some things can get blown out of proportion.
yeah.
But yeah.
Well, what they're saying is, and him being such a huge, YouTuber, that well, obviously he's making videos that have commercials and doesn't have the
Hmm.
permission from the local authorities. But basically,
Right.
they're saying that in the metro in Santo Domingo, they have very clear rules and regulations that are in signages throughout.
Okay.
And says that users or passengers, sorry, can't record, take speakers, nor can they preach, um or do
While in the
anything, yeah,
metro.
exactly, that would disturb the passengers.
Okay.
Not that he was disturbing, but I mean, I guess disturbing in a sense where he's a big figure, and the mass
Hmm.
will put will attract towards him, I'd say. But
Right. Right.
yeah, this is very controversial in DR. There's been a lot of conversation going about this because it's kind of like one of those things that, oh wow, like you're the tourist, like this opportunity where tourists can come after watching one of his videos, and you're kind of
Hmm.
going against them, type of thing.
Right, right. Yeah, that was the first the main thing that I thought was like, man, like this is such a great, opportunity for people that maybe are planning to travel to DR to see what the homeland is about.
Yeah,
And for those who don't know what Mr. Luisito Comunica, like his content is about, essentially he travels to different
yeah.
countries and just do vlogs about his experience, things that he enjoyed, and stuff like that while he's in different countries.
No, and for the first time, he was given a authentic perspective of Dominican Republic, not just going to Punta Cana, the resort. He was
Right,
showing the metro system, and other hidden transportation, and also activities and things that you could enjoy if you were to go off of the resort and expand your horizons in Dominican Republic. But
right,
yeah, I
right.
just feel like as of recently, man, seeing so many of these repetitive encounters with content creators, public figures,
Hmm.
I definitely feel like content creators have a huge target on their back, especially the streamers and the YouTubers, more so the
Right,
streamers now, because they're making money so easily, and it kind of,
100%. Yeah.
believe it or not, the envy and jealousy gets to the heads of people in power. They're like,
Right,
okay,
right.
this kid can't be a millionaire. This young,
It's no way.
sitting in front of a screen playing a game, and here I am, working all these hours, barely
12 hours a
making
day.
eighty thousand
Yeah,
dollars, $60,000 a year. And I see where the frustration comes from, but then again, it's like, don't just let everybody have their their way. Like, why
exactly. Yeah,
have
yeah,
some
yeah.
sort of envy towards them? And I just feel like it's sad and unfortunate that all these content creators and celebrities have such a massive target on their back. Like, they can't do anything without being set as an example.
Exactly. And even like just little things in life that it's hard for them to enjoy that. And I
Exactly.
feel
Yeah.
like that's some of the things that we don't put into perspective is that some just because we see like a big celebrity, we don't let them enjoy like their time where while they're just at a Starbucks just getting coffee, right? We always,
Mhm.
hey, can I get a picture? Can I do this? Can you do this and that? And and like you say, is sad to see, especially when we see maybe any form of law informants trying to use content creators, public figures, um, everybody that's popular or well known worldwide as an example where the situation could have been handled so much easier, and not even escalated to what it have been.
Yeah. No, but I mean, the way I look at it is it's one of those situations where it's out of the control and reach,
Hmm.
of these, they're just making content. They live off of this. Like he lives off of that.
Right,
And he
right,
was
right,
just casually going and doing the norm that it may be the norm in his country to do. But
right.
simply, him doing it in the R, it kind of showed him that hey, and it also set an example for. So I guess in this case, it could be a good thing
It could be a
because
good and bad thing.
future content creators that go to DR, that go to the metro or whatever, know that they can't record because then they would
Hmm.
be in this same situation. That's the way I look at it.
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. But what you just said, kind of like just brought up a point, and you just realizing that, especially if you guys are starting to travel, what may be acceptable here in the states won't be acceptable in another country, and vice
Yeah,
versa.
vice versa. Yeah.
Especially just because different countries have different rules, even
Hmm.
within the states. Different cities, different states have different laws in place, where one thing that I may be able to do in Texas, like for example, well, I will say that in example, but certain things that I can do here, there I can't go, for example, Maryland, and do it over there
Yeah.
legally, at least.
No facts. No, but I think that that's a very important thing to look at, and
Hmm.
like I said, not like we've seen so many eventful things this past week with public
Right.
figures, and always throughout the years you always see it. And the infamous one, like we mentioned earlier, is car high speeds. High speeds is always one of those
Hmm.
things that they get ticketed and they get arrested. They didn't even get taken to the, you know what I mean? It's like one
Right.
of those things where any other person would be like a casual, ticket and see you in court.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Exactly. Now, and in the aspect could be the card, man. Like, even it happens to people that are
Nah, but look,
not famous as well.
nah, but how do you feel about when these celebrities or because this could be the other way around when
Hmm.
celebrities or big figures use their name to try to get out of situations like, hey, I'm Tyreek Hill, or hey, I'm so and so, like, you know what I mean?
Right. 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 Yeah. Like in that
I feel
aspect,
like
that's where I'm
it
like,
got them out before. I feel like it's gotten them out of something before, and they think they could keep doing it. You know what I mean?
facts, facts. It's all about who the cup is, and all that, and
Autograph,
what time of the day
tickets to a
you catch
game.
him at, man. Yeah,
Imagine
because
tickets to a game.
honestly, I ain't gonna lie. Them cars were probably in the middle of their shift.
Nah,
They
yo, they
already dealt with
muted.
some
The guy
BS.
said, I'm on the body cam. Can I mute it? He told his supervisor, and he muted it. I wonder what the heck he said because eventually
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill got let go. Hey, dude, he just
Mm-hmm.
promised us some tickets. I'm like, listen.
Yo, facts, facts, right? Could you imagine? But I mean, you're right. You're right. Sometimes it all depends, when you catch the cup. You might have caught him after a previous call they had to go to, and that's probably why they were acting the way they were,
Hmm.
and or they were just mad about something, and they were like, you know what, I'm gonna be tough. But at the same time, what I think is, if you are like in law enforcement, is you cannot let whatever is happening in your like in your personal life affect how you act in your during your job time. Like, I get it, we'll all have frustrating stuff happening, but you cannot bring that anger onto the public,
Yeah,
especially when you are in a public safety position.
no facts. I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, that's all I have. I think it's pretty
Looks like today
straightforward.
is a
That's
short
that's average.
episode.
Those 30 minutes. That's
Yeah,
average.
yeah, 30 minutes. Damn, went by quick.
Yeah.
And that crazy,
Well,
man. Some episodes feel like we taking forever, and it's like super short. And then some of them feel like they went by so quick, and it's like 30 minutes in.
Nah, yeah, nah, but moral of the story, I just feel like if you're in content creating or you know follow some of these big figures,
Hmm.
definitely learn from their mistakes and learn from their examples. And also if you're in it, learn from it as well. So you know that
Right.
you have a big target on your back and you have to be more careful with what you do in life
Exactly.
because there's always people watching, like you see. And these videos get released so quickly to like
Hmm.
try to destroy the image or the the yes the image, honestly,
Likeliness.
yeah, the
Yeah.
likeness exactly of the athlete or the figure. They release it so quickly, but when it's something else and it's against the cop, it's not going to be out for a
Exactly.
minute or not be
Yeah.
out at
And
all. You see it in court only.
yep. And them views stack up quick,
Yeah.
very quick.
Yes, sir. Any last
But yeah,
words, sir?
this last words is go out there, be great. Fall is coming, favorite time of the year. Um, Good weather out here in Texas, getting ready to. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention earlier, um, prayers to everybody in Louisiana. They just got hit with a terrible storm. It was supposed to come and get us here in Houston. Thankfully, it didn't hit us, but unfortunately, it did hit Louisiana. So prayers to everybody in Louisiana. Hope everybody, if you have family in Louisiana, hope everybody's okay. Hope everybody made it through. Um, and yeah, just go. I hope everybody, for the rest of the listeners as well. Hope everybody's doing great. What we are 3 months to the new year. Let's finish the year strong. Let's keep grinding and keep working towards our goals.
Yes, sir. Not for sure. Thank you guys always for all the support. Always good to see you guys' comments and likes, even the interesting ones, to say the least.
Hmm.
Uh, but thank you guys for all the
Inside joke.
support. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like this video, share the video, follow us on all social medias at the Vibras YKTVIBRAS. But most importantly, like we
Like
say at the
bros.
end of every video, remember to subscribe and let's vibe.
And let's buy.
Peace.
You know the vibras.
Saints winning the Super Bowl. Mark it, bet it. Whatever you gotta do, send in the
I mean,
envelope.
they do got a good run. They started hot. They started hot.
Against the
Not gonna
Panthers.
lie. I mean, that is true.